Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in sitting. Bear with me, I have a case of the nervous pee, so. Good evening, students, peers, parents, family members, friends, teachers, and administration of the class of 2012. What an accomplishment to be here at graduation. We should all feel extremely proud for making it this far. Can you guys believe it? That day we have dreamt about is finally here. The day we have wanted and recently kind of dreaded is upon us. And just think, we are the last class ever. It is 2012, and the world, according to the mind, is going to end this year. We are the last and the greatest. At the end of our junior year of high school, I had this random thought that would be a great idea to run for the position of senior class president. At the beginning of my freshman year, I would never have imagined that I would be elected to represent such an amazing class. I am proud to be your president. Our class has definitely made a name for itself, and let me tell you, other classes are going to have a hard time filling our shoes. The West Albany High School class of 2012 has carried in many grand achievements, which Mrs. Osborne will share with us later. What an amazing class. At this point, some thanks are in order. We all know that we didn't accomplish these amazing things on our own. We had lots of help. Parents, teachers, and peers, you are all to thank for this great accomplishment of having 330 seniors graduate this year. Teachers, without your excellence and clarity in which you have presented us with the necessary information to graduate, you would still be thinking like middle schoolers, and that's never good, and we would not be graduating this evening. When we wanted to give up on a subject, it was you who were willing to spend your own personal time to help us understand the material. Even though Mrs. Jody Howell won the Most Inspirational Teacher Award this year, I feel that every one of you deserve it. Not a day went by when one of us couldn't have used a long, inspirational pep talk from our dear Mrs. Shauna Haynes. We love you. You teachers gave us strength to do our best, for which we are eternally grateful. To Mr. Wolf, thank you for being an amazing class counselor and for all the silly jokes you have made with us. To Mrs. Osborne, thank you for being such a hardworking, understanding, and fun principal. We have been blessed to have you accompany us through our high school years. Mr. Doherty, you will be missed by West. You are a part of our family, and it will be sad to see you go. Thank you for everything. To our peers and friends, we all know that high school is impossible without our friends and peers who respect us. This class has such a high amount of respect for one another. Because of our friends and peers, we've been able to get through those extremely rough days and yet still have fun at school. Our class is a family. It is only fitting that our class selected the yellow rose as our class flower. The yellow rose represents joy, gladness, friendship, delight, remembrance, and new beginnings. This represents our class perfectly. Thank you for being the best. This evening, I thought it would be fun to wish those students a happy birthday who have their birthday this evening. But it was quite a shock when I went and asked who had their birthday to discover that only one student out of our entire class has their birthday this evening. Happy 18th birthday to Lindsay Riddler. And also happy birthday to anyone else out there who might be celebrating their birthday by attending this graduation. Finally, to our parents and family members, none of us would be here without you. Your support has been what has driven many of us to meet our goal of graduating. 12 years ago, you were still dressing us, and now we're saying goodbye and thank you. We will move on to college and other things, but we will never forget your love or inspiration that you have given us. We love you. High school has been a roller coaster, and we couldn't have done it without all of your support. We're moving on past high school now. This chapter of our life is closing, and a new chapter is beginning. Whether the next chapter is college, diving right into an occupation, or moving somewhere exotic or whatever, I hope that we all find happiness and satisfaction in what we all end up doing with our lives. I look forward to our high school reunions and being able to reminisce with all of you about our past high school memories. The senior class song this year is My Wish by Rascal Flatts, and my wish is that we may be able to conquer the world. We have so much potential. Thank you for being a great class and one that I can be proud to be your president. I want to end with my favorite quote of all time, spoken by my favorite musician of all time. Lady Gaga once said, "And now I'm trying to change the world one sequin at a time." I hope we can all do just that. Thank you. It is now my pleasure and great honor to introduce our most dear and beloved principal, our guide, mentor, and friend, Mrs. Susie Orsborn.
You did a great job. That was awesome. Thank you, Connor. Welcome, friends, family, community members, parents, and class of 2012 to your graduation ceremony. I would like to begin our evening with several introductions. First, School Board Chair Sandy Gordon. School Board Vice Chair Frank Bricker. Board Member Jerry Bomey. Board Member Micah Smith. Board Member Lyle Utt. Next, I'd like to introduce our leaders in this school district, two tireless supporters of West Albany High School, Superintendent Maria Delapour and Assistant Superintendent Steve Kunke. Our outstanding West Albany faculty is seated in the center, a place of honor. Teachers, will you please stand and turn to face your community so that we may show our appreciation for the great faculty we have at West Albany High School. And now, I'd like to honor two staff members who are graduating with the class of 2012. Mike Haberly, an outstanding social studies teacher for the past 32 years. Mr. Haberly started his teaching career in 1980 at Jordan Valley High School. He came to West Albany in 1990. For the past 22 years, he has taught social studies, photography, annual, and coached cross-country, football, basketball, and track, inspiring many students throughout his career. Mike has chaired the Social Studies Department with great distinction. His dedication and commitment to our students is unwavering. Will you please, Mr. Haberly, will you please stand? Will you please join me in showing Mr. Haberly our appreciation for his years of service? Mike Haberly. Vince Zettler. Mr. Zettler has been the high school autism specialist for the past 13 years, teaching social skills, study skills, and work-based learning. He cares deeply about his students and has instilled in them a strong sense of self-confidence. In retirement, Mr. Zettler will be working part-time at the Social Communication Clinic in Corvallis with adults with autism. He will be doing group work, social service connections, and job and career promotion. Please join me in thanking Mr. Zettler for his service and commitment to our school community. Vince, will you please stand? Vince Zettler. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome School Board Member Micah Smith to offer greetings from the board.
Thank you, Principal Orsborn. In preparing for tonight's graduation, I spent countless hours watching some of history's greatest graduation speeches. I took pages of notes, jotted down clever anecdotes, and rehearsed funny one-liners designed to make me look cooler than I actually am. In all my research, I came to two important conclusions. The first is that you are not here to listen to me speak, no matter how cool I try to be, so I will be brief. The second is that the very best speech in graduation history was not given by Stephen Colbert, Jon Stewart, Oprah Winfrey, or even the late Steve Jobs. No, after all of my Google research, which anyone knows makes you a subject matter expert, I believe the greatest graduation speech of all time may have been delivered by the one and only Dean Buswell. Now, many of you may not remember Dean Buswell, nor watched his speech on YouTube, so let me refresh your memory. Dean Buswell's speech was perhaps the shortest in history. In fact, it was only 20 words long. What he said is not as important as how one young graduate reacted to hearing it. This graduate realized that his future was being set by others' expectations for him, not by his own passions, desires, and intuition. This graduate I speak of is none other than the famous Barry Benson, who is Barry the Bee from the Bee Movie. Stay with me here. Barry the Bee sought his own path. He ventured outside the hive, flew among the flowers with the pollen jocks, talked to a human, sued the honey industry and won, wrecked the balance of nature, landed a jumbo jet, and saved the world, all in 95 minutes with no commercial interruptions. What you may not realize, graduates, is how much each and every one of you has in common with Barry the Bee. Again, stay with me here. Most obviously, neither you nor Barry the Bee are capable of flight according to the laws of physics. But more importantly, you, graduates, are being given an opportunity to shape your own life, rewrite the rules, and choose your own path. My advice to you, take it. Trust that feeling in your gut. Be courageous. Venture outside your hive. Get a passport and go see the world. Try talking. Don't just email or text message, but talk with people of other cultures, languages, and lifestyles. Embrace those who think differently than you. Challenge the balance, perhaps not of nature, but of norms, of complacency, and of ignorance. Most of all, find a way to leave your mark on this world. Change it, challenge it, make it better than when you found it. Whatever your adventure, wherever your journey takes you, whomever you encounter, know that your education here in the Greater Albany Public School District and at West Albany High School have prepared you. You are ready, and we all sit here today and support you moving forward. On behalf of the Greater Albany Public School District Board of Directors, congratulations. Be kind to one another, be who you are, and live your life to the fullest. Make the most of this new beginning, and best of luck wherever life takes you. Thank you.